Happy Tuesday. We hope you've been enjoying this sunny day as much as we have. I'm Ann Lock-Driggers.
I'm Celeste Slay, and you're watching NewsWatch Ole Miss. There's been a lot going on in Oxford as we just got back from spring break. Starting off with an ongoing housing problem that's been affecting students and staff.
And later on, the university is introducing a new system for class registration. You don't want to miss it.
But first, Locke, I'll be so honest with you. I would love to be outside right now, if only the studio could be outside, because it is so beautiful outside.
That would be great. But we can't be out there right now, but our weather anchor can. Let's send it over to Seth Partenow with a look at our current conditions.
Guys, I think we can all agree today has been the day. We are looking at 76 degrees here in Oxford with some light winds, and we are having some cold weather heading our way, but I promise as we head into the weekend, things are going to be fantastic. So make sure to stay tuned for your full forecast. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Seth. We'll have more later on with the weather in the show.
Now let's turn to reporter Alicia Booker for a look at the new Kappa Alpha Pi chapter on campus.
Welcome back, Rubs. I hope that your spring break was fantastic. And today, I'm here with some news that you can Greek out about later.
Cappy, to me, I see it as an organization of pre-law students, those who are looking to go into government, as kind of this opportunity at Ole Miss to come together and be a part of something that is pre-law. On campus, we have a lot of business fraternities, but we don't necessarily have one that's just a pre-law government-focused one. And I think that's what's so beautiful about this organization, is it's a group designated for that specific category.
That's right. Kappa Alpha Pi is coming right here to Oxford. Kappa is a pre-law and government gender-inclusive professional fraternity. This fraternity is going to make it just a little bit easier for all of our pre-law and government undergrad Rebs.
I think it's really important to have a pre-law and government fraternity. And I really like that it's focused on government and not political, because political clubs and political activism are really important, but I think it's also important to have just an interest in the process instead of partisanship.
I think Cappy really opens the door for people looking for this niche of pre-law in government. It's kind of an opportunity that's rare because certain business fraternities may be going to different professions, but with pre-law you can really focus on LSAT prep. You can focus on events of pre-law minded people who are maybe looking for that extra opportunity to get hands-on with it before you even go to law school.
Cappy was founded in 2007 at the University of Michigan, but has expanded to include chapters nationwide. Here's the president of the Ole Miss chapter, Jillian Gillis, with more.
I joined Kappa Alpha Pi as the founding president to bring a premier law fraternity to the University of Mississippi, because at the moment it does not seem there are many pre-law fraternity options here at the university, and that was something close to my own heart to be able to offer to the students of the university, as well as any undergraduate majors.
Although Kappa is all about helping pre-law students, it is open to everyone on campus, regardless of your major. Here are Kappa members on why they joined.
So I joined Cappy because I'm really interested in going to law school, so I thought it would be a great place to get some leadership and meet people who are very like-minded in that way, and it's been a lot of fun so far. We're still figuring out recruitment and things like that, but I'm really excited to see kind of where Cappy goes.
Kappa is new and on the rise here at the University of Mississippi and is a perfect place for community and student engagement.
They're local philanthropies, and being from here, I think that it's really important that we give back to the community, because the community gives so much to the university. And so volunteering with local organizations too, we would push maybe More Than a Meal or the Humane Society or the Recycling Center always needs help. And just any way that we can, giving back.
That's all I have, Rebs. Be sure to keep them on your radar for the next upcoming semesters, even if you're not a pre-law student. This has been Elisa Booker with NewsWatch Ole Miss. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Lisa. It is time for Oxford Magazine's annual Best of Oxford Awards. These awards are an amazing opportunity for your favorite local businesses, organizations, and people to receive recognition. Nominations are allowed once a day until April 14th on the Oxford Eagle website. Winners will be announced in July and August edition of Oxford Magazine.
In 2020, when COVID-19 shut down Auburn University, Brooks Fuller and his family saw an opportunity to help students in need. What began as a small operation to pack and ship dorm belongings grew into the company Room to Room Movers. Now the company offers moving and storage solutions for students, homeowners, and businesses in Auburn and now in Oxford.
Speaking of moving out and moving on, graduating from Ole Miss is an incredible achievement, and families are eager to celebrate their loved one's big moment. But for many of the class of 2025, there's one unexpected hurdle finding a place to stay.
With hotels and Airbnbs booking up fast, some families are scrambling for accommodations to be a part of this special day. NewsWatch reporter Sarah Corey has this story.
With Ole Miss graduation ceremonies taking place in a few short months, families of graduating seniors are looking for places to stay in Oxford. But senior Eliza Mazzaferro says that has not been an easy process for her family.
They don't have a condo here, and it's very difficult to get hotels for graduation dates.
Whit Davis is a student from Shreveport, Louisiana. Like Mazzaferro, he says his parents have stayed outside of Oxford before because of limited availability.
I was going to have probably a handful of other relatives come in town, like some friends come too, but there wasn't like any houses big enough for everybody to come, so.
A quick look at Airbnb availability during the graduation weekend in Oxford in May showed few options left. Places left that are close by range from around $200 to $1,000 a night. This is one of the reasons local resident Erin Smith started renting out her condo.
This home is pretty convenient. It's about a half mile from the square, and I knew that I could do well for some extra income.
Smith says she rented her condo out for graduation the past 2 years. She typically rents it for $1,000 a night. Sarah Corey, NewsWatch Ole Miss.
Big transitions are being planned for the university's information systems. Currently, Ole Miss uses cloud-based information systems from SAP to support networks such as the My Ole Miss portal. However, after recent decisions to shut down, SAP is encouraging users to migrate to its new system, Project Encompass. University users will be switching to Workday for administrative purposes and Banner for student use. Both systems are part of Project Encompass. The switch will be fully completed by 2027, as that is when SAP plans to fully cease maintenance on the system. Thank you to the Daily Mississippian for reporting all of the happenings at the university and in Oxford. More information is available on their site, thedmonline.com.
And some upcoming events. Tonight, the Student Activity Association is hosting a pop culture trivia in the Johnson Commons Ballroom. If you're interested, the event is at 7 p.m. and open to all students. And tomorrow, join the Career Center for an interview preparation workshop. No need to show up in person because it's open on Zoom from noon to 1. Students will learn methods for answering interview questions and presenting themselves with confidence.
Coming up after the break, we have a story about the problems with parking on campus.
And we have a packed segment of The Watch with updates on Medicaid cuts and the JFK files. NewsWatch Ole Miss will be right back.
Are you looking for more in this world? Are you driven by purpose? Then we are looking for you. The big-hearted, the bold, the change makers. We are the Peace Corps. With volunteers in more than 60 countries, we join hands with communities, live together, work together, transform lives, and serve boldly together. Are you ready to go the distance to make a difference? Then we have a place where you belong. Join us.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills.
Next. We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Learn to cough and sneeze with your pal Grover. Step 1. Realize you're about to sneeze. Step 2. Move your elbow toward your nose and mouth. Step 3. Gesundheit. 1, 2, 3. Remember to cough and sneeze into your arm or elbow and not your hands.
Bro, but you're not even gonna do anything. Yes, I was. Yes, no.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. Finding a parking spot on campus is easier said than parked. Students and faculty spend more time circling lots than sitting in class with hopes for an open spot. NewsWatch reporter Tanisa Ringo has this story.
Parking is difficult to find at the University of Mississippi, but students aren't the only ones affected. Many Ole Miss staff members and professors, including chemistry professor Emily Rowland, also struggle daily.
In the morning, if I don't get here by like 7:30, between 7:30 and 7:45, it fills up very quickly.
Rowland says she sometimes finds herself circling around campus up to an hour trying to find parking.
I mean, there's definitely been a couple times that I've had to leave campus for whatever reason, come back and couldn't find anywhere to park for a good 30 minutes to an hour.
However, at the music building, Professor Rhonda Hackworth doesn't have much difficulty.
Between the lot that we have behind the building and down near the band hall, there's usually always a place to park.
In a recent Daily Mississippian article, Director of Parking and Transportation Samuel Patterson explains the university issued around 3,000 faculty and staff parking passes for the current school year, causing over 500 possible permit holders to scramble for a parking place, which is something journalism professor Dennis Moore experiences every day. Moore says he typically parks in the TAD pad faculty and staff lots.
But if you're not there before, say, 9 o'clock at the latest, you can't find a spot there.
Parking is a major concern on campus, and many are hopeful that things will get better. I'm Tanisa Ringo, NewsWatch Ole Miss.
We'll have more local news later on in the show, but for now, here is Ann Locke with The Watch.
Thanks, Celeste. A vocal group of over 50 demonstrators gathered Monday at NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston, demanding an end to widespread layoffs and firings affecting NASA and other government agencies. The protest was fueled by concerns over cuts under the Department of Governmental Efficiency, led by tech mogul Elon Musk. And Democratic leaders Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer joined forces against what they called the largest Medicaid cut in American history. As they rally support for their National Day of Action to protect Medicaid, in a joint statement, House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries and Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer condemned Republican efforts to reduce Medicaid funding. They vowed to fight back against what they framed as an attack on vulnerable Americans.
They want to pass massive tax breaks for billionaire donors like Elon Musk and wealthy corporations. It's unacceptable. It's unconscionable, it's un-American, and together we're going to do everything we have to do to stop these cuts from ever taking effect.
President Donald Trump will be releasing 80,000 pages this afternoon related to former President John F. Kennedy's assassination. Trump announced the release Monday while visiting the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts and said the government would not redact any information in the files. Most records related to the assassination have already been released due to a 1992 law requiring the government to release documents within 25 years of the assassination. To that end, Trump released documents related to JFK's assassination in 2017, but there are still thousands of hidden documents that will be released today. The Environmental Protection Agency plans to eliminate its scientific research office and could fire more than 1,000 scientists. Researchers on the program staff are crucial because they provide scientific elements protecting the health of both humans and ecosystems from environmental pollutants. According to documents from the House Committee on Science, Space, and Technology, 75% of the research staff could be laid off. This comes as part of the Trump administration's efforts to shrink the size of federal government, which he says will be more efficient. Critics are calling the planned layoffs a massive dismantling of the EPA's mission to protect public health and the environment. That concludes tonight's segment of The Watch. Thanks for tuning in tonight, and be sure to come back tomorrow at 5 for more. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Ann Locke. So Seth, I know you're going to give us a full forecast here in just a little bit, but can you give us a little bit of a glimpse of what tonight's conditions look like?
Well, honestly, in my opinion, Tuesdays are the new Friday. We are going to be looking at gorgeous temperatures this evening of around only 57 degrees, so we're going to be nearly 60 as we head into this evening. Beautiful. So if you have any plans, tonight's the night for it, but make sure to stay tuned for your full forecast after the break.
A waterfall made of fire. Goats that defy gravity. A turning point in history. A palace carved out of clay. A place where we grew wings. A thunderstorm beneath your feet. An eternal torch and an enduring dream. National parks are extraordinary. So is the support you give them.
Elmer loves to giggle. Elmer's mommy taught him that laughing can help when you have a big feeling, like when you feel happy. Make sure to celebrate when you're happy and laugh it out. Love your mind.
Each year, hurricanes and major flooding threaten cities, towns, and rural homes across the Gulf states. So chances are there will be more storms and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Hurricane Helene, devastating impacts on the southeast. Now it's time to help the people and communities who need it most. To make a one-time financial gift to the American Red Cross, scan the QR code on the screen. Make sure to select I want to support Hurricane Helene and enter how much you'd like to donate. Or go to redcross.org/donate. Together, we will make a difference for those recovering in hard-hit communities.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss with Stormwatch. I'm Seth Parento. Well, if you take a look at our current temperature, we are seeing 75 degrees here in Oxford. However, we are under a wind advisory. So along those consistent 10 to 15 mile per hour winds, we are seeing gusts of up to 45 miles per hour. Now that's lasting until 8 p.m. tonight, so just make sure y'all keep an eye out. And taking a look at today's highs regionally, as you can see, temperatures were consistent in the mid to upper 70s, with rarity, Corinth having the regional high of 77 degrees. And as we head into tonight, we are looking at a low of only 57 degrees, again with some scattered clouds, and those winds staying consistent at around 10 to 15 miles per hour. As we head into tomorrow, we are looking at a high of 77 degrees, so looking to be a good day overall, mostly. We are looking at some clouds early in the day that are leading to some possible storms in the afternoon. Now, we only have a 24% chance of precipitation, so everything's still kind of up in the air, so make sure to stay tuned to all local weather authorities for any and all updates. And taking a look at regionally for tomorrow, we are looking at temperatures again consistent in the mid to upper 70s, with Tupelo once again taking the crown for highest temperature regionally at 78 degrees. Now, taking a look at the map of the United States here, we do have a low pressure system heading our way. Now, that is going to be leading to some colder temperatures over the next 48 hours developing. So we'll have to see how that develops again over the next 48 hours to see what it brings for us here in the region of Mississippi. And for your 5-day forecast, as you can see, Thursday, we are going to be seeing that low pressure system heading our way, leading to a high of only 56 degrees. But as we head into the weekend, temperatures will be warming up again into the low and mid 70s.
Well, this seems like a fabulous week compared to what we had this past weekend.
Oh, don't even get me started. Like, it's so nice to have consistently warm weather. Again, Thursday, we'll see.
Wonderful. Well, what's going on in sports this weekend?
Well, I agree. Warm weather. So if you're looking to get a tan and want to watch some live sports, Ole Miss Track and Field starts their outdoor season this weekend. And coming up, the baseball team hopes to redeem themselves with a midweek matchup against state opponent. And big Rebs from big Reb teams are adding to their accolades. All this and more after this short break.
I got you. Oh, yeah, I got him. That stupid controller froze again. You're only saying that because you're losing. Bet you bought the cheap one.
That controller is junk too. Is this even real?
You're spending less, so...
Yeah? Well, just Buy it again? Smart kids.
Who are you?
Or what are you?
Hey, I was wondering if you guys wanted any... OMG, it's McGruff!
Yes, I am.
He's not my Uncle McGruff, the crime dog. He's an imposter. He's a fake.
I am McGruff the crime dog. He is the fake. And so is that controller you're holding. It's gonna break. And that, Pops...
Could blow up in your face!
That's right, Scruff. Let's take a bite out of crime together and protect ourselves against fakes. Like him.
Who says you're not the fake?
Dude, you're literally missing an arm.
You are smart kids. You're smart. Buy smart.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
I'm really tight with my friends. We do everything together. And whatever happens, they look out for me.
Welcome back, Rebs. I'm Kieran Lincheski. The Diamond rivalry heats up once again as number 18 Ole Miss and number 19 Southern Miss face off in a much anticipated rematch at Trustmark Park in Pearl, Mississippi tonight. The Rebels are fresh off their first all-conference weekend series, which started a bit rocky. The Rebels won the first game, but lost the Saturday and Sunday games to Arkansas. A big weekend for Rebel Hunter Elliott as he moved to 4-0 on the season, working 5 innings and striking out 8 batters in the win on Friday. The Rebels won 13 games in a row from February 16th to March 9th. This is their longest winning streak since they won 16 in a row during the 2020 season. First pitch is set for 6 p.m. in a right-handed pitcher showcase. On the mound for the Rebels is Cade Townsend, and for the Golden Eagles, Matthew Adams. Fans can expect an intense battle between two top 25 teams that are hungry for a statement win. Be sure to check out the two Mississippi teams on ESPN+. Ole Miss men's basketball star Sean Padula has been named the National Association of Basketball Coaches Division I All-District team, earning a spot on the Southeast District first team, as announced earlier today, just a few days before their premiere at March Madness. The senior guard leads the team in points per game, made 3-pointers, assists, and steals. Padula helped guide Ole Miss to 22 wins on the season, including 10 in the SEC, earning the 6th seed in the tournament. The Rebels are set to face the winner of San Diego State and North Carolina on Friday, March 21st at 3:05 p.m. on TNT in Pfizer Forum in Milwaukee. Let's hear from the senior guard after his big buzzer beater against Arkansas in the SEC tournament.
This is just what I'm used to as far as what the SEC is like. But I think it's really fun just that every single game you're playing a tournament team, if not a top 15, 10, 5 ranked team. So the competition is insane. So for me, it's just fun to play good basketball day in and day out.
Back out on the links, the number 3 ranked Rebels are through nearly 2 rounds at the Palma Valley Invitational in California. Tom Fisher, Kai Meeks, and Cameron Tankersley each posted red figures on their front 9 in round 1. Fisher then went on to birdie 3 of his first 4 holes on the back 9 before dropping a shot on the par 4 15th. Tom Fisher went on to shoot 3 under after 2 rounds. Cameron Tankersley shot 2 under, and the senior from Walnut, Mississippi, Kai Meeks, shot 1 under. The Rebels put together an impressive performance on the course, keeping themselves in the hunt for the tournament title. The rest of round 2 will resume play tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. at Palma Valley Country Club. And that's all I've got for sports. Be sure to follow us on our socials and tune in tomorrow at 5. NewsWatch Ole Miss will be right back.
Uh-oh, young Tommy is smoking a cigarette, creating his own smog cloud. Tommy's up to bat. Tommy smokes because he thinks it makes him look grown up. But watch what smoking does for him. That coughing is one thing. It keeps him from playing his best. You're out! Don't smoke. It doesn't make you grown up. It makes you a loser.
Everybody clunks. But not enough people click. And no matter how good they are at handling their cars, or how well they know the road, everybody's equally likely to get involved in an accident. And without a seatbelt, you're twice as likely to be killed or seriously injured. So don't just be a clunker. Clunk, click.
Find out how to use an awkward silence to help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Legacy isn't just about where you're from, it's about where you're going. So where are you going?
I'm going to be the first in my family to graduate.
I'm going to make a difference.
Just like my granddad.
I'm going to make the bestseller list.
And I'm going to help him get there.
I'm going to win a championship.
Again! I'm going to lock the vault! Hotty toddy!
I'm going to take the next step. I'm going to bring them to their feet.
I'm going to Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Build your legacy.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. Did you get lucky for St. Patrick's Day? Ole Miss students and even a Starship robot seemed to have a little bit of extra luck on their side yesterday thanks to the luck of the Irish.
Entertainment reporter Rosie Matlock has more on how students celebrated and where they found their luck.
All right, so are you feeling lucky? Has anything lucky happened to you recently?
I'm feeling very lucky. So I'm coming back to Oxford yesterday, right? We got about 50-something miles on the tank.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, Lord, I don't know if I'm going to make it. I get here, guess how many I got left?
How many?
I got 1 mile left.
Wow.
Went to that gas station right over there, very lucky.
And this was yesterday?
This was yesterday.
On St. Patrick's Day.
Come on.
There we go. Luck of the Irish. You heard it right here.
I feel lucky today because for my English class, we got to go outside and explore to learn about transcendentalism, and I got to meet my wonderful friend Jennifer, and I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, today was the first day we met, and we've been in the same class since January.
That sounds pretty lucky to me. Y'all think y'all are gonna be best friends now?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
for sure.
I see it. I see that in y'all's future. Are you feeling lucky today?
I've been eyeing this tote bag online for like months now,
Okay.
and just this week it popped up somewhere, and so I finally got to get this bag that I've been dying to get for literally ages.
Oh, that's so awesome. What is
today actually? So St. Patrick's.
Oh, so on St. Patrick's Day.
I'm feeling lucky. I thought I had a Cal 2 test next Thursday. Turns out it's 2 weeks from now, so pretty stoked about that.
Yeah, that's a major win for sure. What about you?
I'm feeling lucky because I'm alive and I haven't had a reason to drop out yet.
And that's the real answer. There we go.
Well, that's all we have for tonight. Tune in tomorrow. I'm Ann Lock-Triggers.
And I'm Celeste Lay with your latest news.
I'm Kieran Lincheski with Sports Watch.
And with Stormwatch, I'm Seth Parento.
Be sure to keep up with us on our socials and tune in tomorrow at 5.
NewsWatch Ole Miss, where we keep it live
and keep it local.